Hey YouTube, this is Greg again. This is my fifth video going over my ACDF surgery that I had 6 weeks ago. So I had my 6 week post-op with the orthopedic surgeon who did the procedure. So that's why I wanted to do the video and go over my progress. This video series that I'm making basically is going over things like, when can I get back to doing the things that I did before? People ask that question. I don't think there's enough videos about that, so I wanted to make this kind of video just so you can see how I progress and how I'm able to get back to doing the things that I want to do. So, um, I feel very lucky that my surgeon didn't require me to wear a neck brace all the time. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people have to wear neck braces for like 6 weeks, and I'm 6 weeks, and I've really hardly have worn a neck brace. I wore it on the way back from the hospital, and I've worn it when I've been a passenger in a car, and I've worn it when I've been out in public, when I felt like I wasn't in control of my neck. But other than that, I've not worn it, and I feel pretty good. So I think it's a different philosophy where some doctors want to immobilize it and some doctors want to let your muscles stay strong so you can support your neck better. So I think I'm glad that I went with the latter there. Um, you know, I think I had a good experience with the surgery. I had a sore throat that lasted less than a week. Drinking ice water with a straw for a few days, but then I felt a lot better. I started feeling significantly better before my 12-day post-op. Um, my workout routine has been really focused on walking. I walk every day. I do at least two 30-minute walks a day. Sometimes I'll walk for as much as an hour and a half. And they say that that is important to help the bones grow, the bones stimulate, so you can get a proper fusion. So that's why I've been doing it. That's really the key. You want to make sure you have a good union. So you want to make sure that you don't damage your hardware. You want to make sure that everything stays in place so you get a good fusion, and then you should feel really good. So that's what I've been really going for. Um, as far as other kinds of exercises, the doctor said I could do light weights below my shoulder after 12 days. And I've been doing that, but I've really been, focusing on, really keeping the weights light, using things like ankle weights instead of, proper weights. So I've been doing that a lot, and mostly, and also, doing things like leg extensions and that sort of thing. But mostly walking has been the key. Um, Housework. I'm able to do pretty much, any kind of housework now. For the past, few weeks, I've been feeling a lot stronger, and I've been doing pretty much anything that needs to be done, as long as it doesn't require any kind of lifting over my shoulders. That's really the one thing that causes me the most irritation. Also, lifting any kind of heavy weights. Whenever I try to push that a little bit, I feel it. So I've been pretty careful about not lifting anything heavy. Um, I've been able to drive since 12 days post-op, and the doctor said it's okay for me to drive locally, and then I can expand that. And I've been driving a lot, and I feel very good when I'm behind the wheel of a car. So I guess if I got into an accident, it would be a problem. But right now I've been doing a lot of driving, and I feel pretty good with it. And tomorrow for work, I'm going to drive out to Pennsylvania, do some sampling. I have to drive back, bring the samples to a laboratory, then I come home. It's going to be most of the entire day, and we'll see how that works. But I feel pretty confident that I'll be fine doing that. Um, uh, I have a bone growth stimulator that the doctor prescribed after my 12-day post-op. It took me a couple weeks to get it after that, but I do have it. I'm actually wearing it right now, and I wear that 4 hours a day. It's really not a big deal. So I've been doing that, and he says that may help. He was really on the fence of whether or not I should really use one. I had some high risk factors. I'm over 50. I had a 2-level ACDF, but he thought that I didn't really need one, and if I didn't want to use one, I didn't have to. But I told him that if it could help at all, I really wanted to to use it. So he prescribed it, and I've been using it. Um, I've had a few things that have caused me very minor setbacks, and I feel like I've been very lucky because these things could have, maybe caused a serious problem. One, I was walking in the park, doing one of my walks. I took a different route. I was walking on a path that had a lot of little potholes in it, and it rained, so there was water in the potholes, and I was trying to avoid it. My eyes were kind of focused downwards, and I didn't see a branch, and boom, I hit my head on a branch. And ooh, man, I was scared. I thought I screwed up, and it hurt for a couple days, but it even felt a little stiff for a couple days, and I thought I did something bad, but then it started feeling better, and then I felt like it was beforehand. So it didn't last. I must have just maybe because I tensed up so much, I must have tightened up, but um, I didn't do anything bad. And I also had an incident where I was driving with my wife, and my wife slammed on the brakes. That was kind of scary, but after a day, the next day I felt really good. And also she went over a speed bump pretty fast, and that was a little bit scary, but it didn't do anything harmful. The, so now I'm really, when we drive together, I'm driving. I feel a lot better when I drive. I feel like I can anticipate if there's a pothole or something like that. I can hold on to the wheel and brace myself. It just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. So that's kind of our plan now. Probably the worst thing that I did for my neck was, doctor told me not to do anything above my head, but it was in the morning. My wife went to work, my kids went to school, and the smoke detector started to beep. So I got a step stool. I reached up. I took the smoke detector off. I put the new battery in, and I put it back on. And just doing that caused my neck to hurt, and it hurt for a couple days, and then it felt better again. And right now, I feel like my neck is in pretty good shape. And I can go this way, I can go that way, I can go up, I can go down. I'm not feeling any pain. A little bit of soreness, but no pain. So that's good. When I saw the doctor for the post-op, he didn't think it was even necessary to take an x-ray. So he thought everything was going according to plan. I'm going to be more careful, make sure I don't screw up. I feel like I'm halfway to the finish line, and I just gotta keep it up and not do anything dumb that's going to cause me to have any kind of issue where I don't have proper fusion, and then I have to have revision surgery, which would be a huge deal. So I'm going to try to be very careful going forward. So if you are trying to see, if you're watching this video, it's because you've had the surgery or you're planning to have it, and you want to know what you can expect. This is the kind of thing you can expect. Um, I'm 6 weeks post-op. I feel very good. I've had a few close calls, but I've been, 99% of the time, I've been very careful about what I've been doing, and I feel very good. I was very happy at the 6-week post-op because the doctor gave me permission to practice putting again. I'm an avid disc golfer. I love playing disc golf. I play every week, and he gave me permission to practice putting again. Nothing else, but I could practice putting. So I have a practice basket in my basement. I was practicing putting for about 5 minutes last night. It felt great. So I'm going to try doing a little bit of that every day. And if it feels good, I'll keep on stretching that out a little bit longer, and I'll even go outside and try one of the courses near me to practice putting. He said I can continue working out with light weights. He had said that I can do shoulder exercises. There are a lot of exercise that I've been doing for my shoulders for many years because of issues with rotator cuff and that sort of thing. So I've been doing things like extension and flexion type exercises. And he said I could start doing that again. So I'm really looking forward to that because my shoulders have felt very stiff, and my upper back has felt very stiff. I think because of the surgery and because I haven't been doing those kinds of exercises. So I'm gonna do that every day. And so far, I started doing that last night, and I felt really good today. So I'm going to continue doing that every day. So that's it. Everything's going really well. I have another appointment with the doctor in 5 weeks, so it will be 3 months minus 1 week from surgery. So at that time, I should have fusion, should be solid by then, and then I should have permission to do a lot more things. So that's it. Signing out. If you're watching this video, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind, please like the video and subscribe. See my other videos. I'll be making a few more. And and if you're having the surgery, good luck. Don't be afraid. If you have to have it, you have to have it. So just be resolved to do it, and make sure you get a good surgeon. And good luck.